Let's go. How's it going? It's FreshAir on another one. Today I feel inclined to talk. I have some downloads, a few things I would like to get off my chest and talk about. Some of the topics are, like, what are we managing our daily routines with? How are we performing at our finest in the moments? As our day goes, we start listening to certain things. We start seeing certain synchronicities, synchronized things like symbolism, numbers, things like that, like 444, 555, 666, 777, 888, 999, 1010, 1111, 1212, 111, 222, 333. You know what I'm saying? And we see all those throughout our day. And sometimes we see like 222 literally on the clock as I'm recording. It's 2:22, damn near in the afternoon. So I just want to say, like, we can get creative with our lives. We can get creative with what we do. We understand that there's things that happen in the world. A lot of people are like, dang, this guy's still going. Of course I am. I'm fresh air. I got blessings coming. We all do. So when you think I'm down, I'm up. Just when you think I'm up, I'm down. It's like up, down every day, right? Probably listening to my tracks and my content, it's probably like an up and down roller coaster ride. That is very true, because there's learning lessons that I'm learning along the way as I progress into learning my greater self, my higher self. I learned that when I learn to look at things differently when I'm focused in the moment, how I always preach. A lot of you, if you've been listening, you know what I'm talking about. Focusing in the moment, unplug the past and the future, and in even the moment, you can then visualize things differently. You can analyze things differently. You can look at things without your core beliefs. You can actually pick which way you want to look at it. In a heartfelt way, in a sad way, in an anger way, in a hurt way. You can look at things differently. Now, there's sensations and feelings that come from visualization stimuli and sound stimuli. Now, I'm getting to hear some. You're hearing me now. As we listen to our stimuli and see our stimuli at the same time, we then have our own understanding, our own experience. Have you ever been at a concert and there's 50,000 people and they all have their own experience of that concert? Isn't that amazing? That's the part where we have to center ourselves and understand our own universe is within us. We focus in the moment to see the differences in our lives. We have a gauge of where we are. We understand that, where do we value ourselves? Where do we say, okay, we're doing good with what we're doing? Where do I say, okay, in this moment, I'm doing exactly what I should be doing? Talking about my great gifts has given me to understand I can visualize and see things and talk about things and intellect at a higher level, higher performance, mastery level. Consciousness that will profound you to unlock that library of understanding and knowledge and experience that now, taking it to this experience, will have you experience that experience differently. So you're accelerating your experiences through consciousness in the moment, if that makes sense. By doing so, you now can mirror other people and put yourself in their shoes. And you can feel like, wow, I understand exactly what they're, you know what I mean? Like, when you have more and more experiences where you can connect with other people in different lives, different experiences and different things, it transforms you to this understanding where, like, wow, has to be pristine. Mastery. What I mean is, if you start looking at something or start looking at an experience you have in your life and you're starting to feel a certain way, your cutoff game has to be mastery. Otherwise, it's going to drain you for a day or two or three. It could ruin you. Proper use of consciousness and looking at things, you have to have a good cutoff game. Your cutoff game means you have to have an alternative, I could say not end game, but an alternative. Because you imagine while you're looking at what you're looking at, you're going to have a certain outcome. Well, if that outcome doesn't turn the way you want and how you feel or how you experienced it, your cutoff game has to be tight. Meaning, you have to learn how to compartmentalize out of that situation, of that thought process that is getting you spun into a cycle. You get what I'm saying? That poverty meant cycle. You get what I'm saying? So when we think we're not good enough for it, or when things are going good, we self-sabotage. That's our life experiences, right? When things are good, we've always had experiences where it's like, oh, something's gonna go bad. It always has before. And it's a cycle of thinking that gets you into that thought process. And we break those chains. You know what I'm saying? We're getting somewhere here. This is Fresh Air, and I want you to believe in what you think. And how I think is going to help you get you somewhere. Trust me. Practice makes perfect. Becoming repetitious with your options. Now, this is an option for you. You don't have to take what I say or do. You don't have to take, but you can try on your own time. In your process of finding who you are, better understand you can be a better self by understanding that, wow, if I could change my conscious self and how I view things, I could be my best self and I could accomplish and manage goals better. I can visualize my job better. I can focus on this better. I can do this better. My cutoff game is this better. You know what I'm saying? Amazing things happen when you start really grasping into your conscious self. You start realizing the better self is moments away from being its best self. And then you get hungry for more knowledge. And you get going on this candor of knowledge. Now, if you were like me, myself, growing up, you know, it was embarrassing to raise your hand because, either one, you don't know what's going on, or two, you're asking a question on top of the question that the teacher gave you. And a lot of times when I raised my hand, the teacher would say, let's keep it on the subject, but really, I was talking about the subject, but they couldn't answer the question. So, when it got to the point where you raise your hand and you don't get an answer back, you start feeling a certain way, right? I'm kind of like that kid right now, raising my hand. I have questions, and I want some answers. And guess what? If you raise your hand and ask the right questions, believe it or not, somebody's going to be reluctant to actually help you with those questions. Now, some of those questions are going to be, true. Some people are going to give you the way around the truth. Now, the truth is within your discernment, within your feelings of how you view it. A lot of times when you see something or hear something, are you focused in the item they're talking about, or are you looking from all sides where you can see everything? That's where consciousness gets fun. Alright, so with this one, I'm gonna close out here pretty soon. I appreciate you listening in. This is Fresh Air on another one. Journey to consciousness of a new profound, where you can accomplish your greatest goals in life and be your best self and feel accomplished in life. God bless you and everything you do. I hope and pray that no weapons formed against you will prosper, that you will have everlasting life. So long.